today let's look at recovering a password. Maybe somebody forgot their root level password, or probably more frequent than that, someone will give you their computer to fix and not have the consideration to give you their password or forget to give you their password. So this is a way that you can kind of hack around that, so to speak. What we want to do is go ahead and mount the system partition. So I'm going to go to computer, and again I'm going to, in this case, open up my 13.3 gigabyte volume. It's mounted now. Now I want to open up a terminal, and okay, I'm going to go ahead and go out to the root level. And again, remember that in this case our system partitions are mounted by default under the Ubuntu Live CD2 media. So I want to go to media, and then there's a subdirectory there, I'll list it, called disk, and I want to go in there. I'm going to change directory to disk, and when I do, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed again. I'm trying to hold the camera steady. I hope I'm not making you motion sick. But anyway, take some Dramamine. No, okay. So what I want to do is I want to go into a folder called etc, etc, short for etc. And remember, this is where all of our configuration files are stored in Linux, whether you're using SUSE or Ubuntu or Fedora. And if I had problems, I could edit my init tab file, which affects startup. I could edit my fs tab file, which affects the drives that are automatically mounted. But in this particular example, the configuration file that I want to look at and edit is the password file. And that is, we'll use our command cat password, and again I'll pipe it to less. Less is more. There's also another command called more, but you can see here's our password file. These are hash encrypted values for passwords. But you can see root there has X, and then if I go down, different service accounts and user accounts. What you want to do is delete. If you were to edit this, open this up in VI Editor, if you delete everything between those first two colons right there where the X is, I can't focus, but I'm trying. There, right there maybe. Right there where root is, and you see the X, delete everything that you might find there, and then basically reboot the system, and you could log in as root without having to enter a password. Just type in root for your login ID and no password, and the system, you can go right into the system there. So that's a method of recovering a password. Now be aware that we use the command sudo pwconv. A lot of people do this on their systems, and what it does is encrypts the password with the hash value. And there's the opposite command would be sudo pwunconvert, or pwunconv. I won't do that. But if they do that, what that does is it enables password shadowing and moves it to the shadow file. So in this instance, you would have to actually edit the shadow file. But here, we would just want to open up password. So again, I would go to, I'm going to use vim. Let me use sudo because I want to be able to save in this case. Sudo and vim and password. Again, I'm typing with one hand here. That'll open up our VI Editor, or very much improved VI Editor. It takes a little bit of time because everything's running off the CD. And now if I hit I, notice down here I've got to go into insert mode. So I'll hit I, insert appears, and now I can go over and I can edit it. And what I want to do is pull out anything here, any hash value or password value between those two colons. And that's it. Then I would want to save it. And in this case I don't want to remove my password, so I'm going to quit out of there and not modify the file. But if I had saved it with the X option to the file system, then I could just reboot and root would have no password. So I'd be able to reset the password once I have recovered the file system and logged in and did what I wanted to do.